Hey, beautiful people. So, quick reminder for today. I was just feeling into kind of a lot of the things that I've been feeling and going through over the past few months. It feels, at least from my perspective, my point of consciousness, that we're going through some really big shifts. We've been doing that for a while, but it's a new level, it's a new layer. And a lot of it is this idea, well, first of all, we're being guided, on some level, most of us. I think all of us, but whether we're aware of it or not, but most of us, or a lot of us, at least if you're watching this probably, are you're being guided by an intelligence or a force that's bigger than your own conscious mind, right? So there's your conscious mind, the part of you that is here for whatever reasons, and we don't need to go into that in this video, why we're here, right? That's a whole other subject. In terms of, we are here focused in this body, in this human experience. And so we have this consciousness that is limited so that we can focus on what we're doing here. And we, through meditation and other things, we can choose to shift our focus into other realms, other experiences, complete silence, the void, whatever. There's a lot of different ways that we can choose to shift our focus, but when we're in the body in the world, there's a more limited sort of focus because we are choosing to interact here. But we're always being guided in this reality, which is more like a matrix, really, is always being influenced by our choices, our directions, and whatever we're choosing to move toward and being guided toward that maybe we're not even consciously aware of, but is maybe in our highest good, right? And then there's lots of ways that we can get in our own way too, and I know that one very well, which is why it's one of the things that I help people with. So the basic reminder is to tune in to that voice, your higher self, the all that is, whatever you want to call it, your guides. These are all emanations of the same thing. We're all one, ultimately. We're all the one self, the one source. And we can be that. And we can remember that everything in our reality, like say everything in your reality, is coming to you as you need it. It's coming to you as you ask for it, whether consciously or unconsciously, or it's coming to you because of some plan that your soul crafted, either before you were born or ongoing in this moment, because everything is ultimately all happening at once on some level, and we're in some ways making it all up as we go along, as we appear to be moving through time space. We're adjusting, we're making different choices, we're utilizing our free will. How do we blend our free will with the will of the divine, with the will of our higher self, so that we can have an easier time of it? And how do we balance between that intuition, that knowing, receiving guidance, and letting go, surrender, and being able to receive, being able to actually open up and receive and realize that maybe we don't have to work so hard, and then being able to allow ourselves to be guided on what steps to actually take. What is the inspired action? When do we act? When do we be still, go inward? And it all just takes developing a lot of listening, and also not pressuring yourself, not feeling freaked out when things are not going the way you want them to in your 3D reality. We can point to the Neville Goddard teachings, current circumstances do not matter. A lot of folks are on that tip these days. So remembering that and remembering to tune into how do you really want to feel. And perhaps that is something much higher than all of these earthly things. That's something I'm being sort of pushed to remember at this point in my life, when we allow that divine guidance to lead us, or whatever you want to call it, and then see where you go from there. And that's where I'm feeling moved and guided to start doing this more regularly, because it's something I've been resisting for a while and getting in my own way. So here we go. Hopefully you guys can find some value in this, and I'm going to do my best to make a schedule and start posting regularly. And I'm also planning to upload a bunch of my old guided meditations that I did with the group that I used to host, and maybe doing a new group in a different way, probably a different format, coming up in the next few months. But the old group was called Self-Care for Sensitives. It was a group, I'm on a busy street now, a group for highly sensitive people, empaths, intuitives, all that stuff. And so I used to do this group once or twice a month, and when I was doing it on Zoom, I recorded a lot of the meditations. So I'm going to be working on uploading those meditations here to the channel, and that's something that you can use as a resource if you're a sensitive person, especially to get yourself grounded and centered. And they all go into kind of deeper things depending on the energy of what was going on then, and then you can just sort of trust that if you're guided to that meditation, it was meant for you too. And I was tuning into your frequency when I recorded it, wherever you were, in whatever time, for whenever you needed it, because that's how the quantum field works. So I am sending you all so much love. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to interacting with you more in the future, soon to come. Much love.